Is there anything more complicated than trying to decide on a place to eat with a group of people? Someone might end up looking up the word food and naming off some local suggestions, and they're met with a raised eyebrow or I'm not in the mood for Chuck E. Cheese. Why do you always have to suggest Chuck E. Cheese? There's always the one person who doesn't like any place you suggest. They probably just don't want to even be there, but everything you bring up, it's nah. How about you choose where to go out to eat based on the worst possible reviews for fun? Well, today I'm gonna do that. So strap in, we're gonna go on a little road trip around the country to some random restaurants and read what people had to say. Mostly negative, but we'll maybe sprinkle in a positive one or two, because usually these negative reviews are a very specific problem they had with a very specific person at an establishment, and they're pretty fun to read, so let's just jump in. I'm Jeff, like and subscribe for more, let's go. The first stop on our tour is Giovannis Pizza in Bemidji, Minnesota. If you don't know where Bemidji, Minnesota is, it is very far north in Minnesota, close to the Canadian border. So what kind of pizza do they have at Giovanni's? Let's find out. Touted as the best all-you-can-eat pizza buffet in all of Bemidji. The best, guys, the best. The pizza buffet is served Monday through Sunday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and also on Mondays and Tuesdays from 4:30 to 7 p.m. Pretty cool stuff there. It has a variety of different pizzas, pastas, and salad bar items. It's an excellent choice if you want to just pop in for a slice or enjoy a variety of items. So it sounds like a pretty cool joint, but what could people have problems with? Let's look and see. Jonathan had a problem, and here it is. Walked in on April 1st, at 7:03 and had a very rude response. We were turned away because it was closed, as people were eating out of it still. The woman at the desk was very rude to us and we were so upset we left. So, it was a terrible experience. 1 star. I don't know about you, but if I ever show up to a place like even 15 minutes before they close, I feel pretty guilty about ordering food. So maybe this guy's just never worked a retail or a service job in his life, which is understandable. Also, the people eating there probably ordered their pizza before 7 o'clock, since it takes more than 3 minutes to order a pizza, and their kitchen could easily be tearing down right now for the night and cleaning up. So there's a lot of reasons, Jonathan. You know, maybe read an encyclopedia. Jeez. What did Randy have to say about Giovanni's? Probably the worst pizza I've ever had. Crust was not done and no flavor. Pizza was too salty. I tried to eat it but couldn't. Interior was a big blank with no atmosphere or taste, much like the pizza. Service was good and staff friendly. 1 star. I've had very greasy pizza and I've also had very salty pizza, but I've never had a pizza that was so salty that I just couldn't eat it. I pretty much haven't eaten any pizza ever given to me, and also, the atmosphere being blank, it's a pizza joint. I mean, it's either going to have fake Italian paintings on the side of the walls, or it's going to be like a rundown paint peeling off the walls. And usually the paint peeling off the walls is the better pizza place. That's a lot of peas, baby. And the last one for Giovanni's, we have Linda. Best pizza in Bemidji, Minnesota. 1 star review. Thanks, Linda, for screwing up the reviews for them, even though you like the pizza. On to the next place. Let's go. That was actually me making cars noises, I know. 10 out of 10, right? We're gonna head south from Bemidji into the state of Iowa, into Mason City, Iowa, and check out the Vulcan Hawaiian barbecue. That's right, Hawaiian barbecue in the Iowa cornfields in America. Let's check out what they have to dish up. They unfortunately do not have an official website, so we're just gonna read a description off of a visit masoncityowa.com. Flavorful dishes featuring beef, chicken, seafood, and poke bowls or Pokemon bowls bring a taste of the islands right to your table. Experience authentic Hawaiian items like Spam, Masubi. Oh yeah, because Hawaii and Spam, I remember that from like 50 First Dates. I loved that movie as a kid, which is a very strange movie to like as a kid. So let's go check out what some people had to say about the slice of Hawaii in Iowa. Trin had to say, the place is super smoky to the point our eyes were burning and our whole bodies were stinky after being there for around 30 minutes. The pictures and the reviews gave us high hopes, but we were super disappointed after eating the first bite. The rice wasn't cooked well and the meats didn't taste good at all. The customer service was good though. 1 star. 1 out of 5 for food, 3 out of 5 for service, and 1 out of 5 for that smoky atmosphere. Unless you're going to a hookah bar or something similar to that, a really smoky place is not the best for service. People don't like to be sitting in smoke and walk out smelling like mesquite wood or something like that, and that's not cool. Like when you'd go over to someone's house and their parent or someone would be smoking inside and you'd go home smelling like cigarettes. Yeah, that was always fun. I had a couple friends like that. Not cool. No bueno. That means no good in Spanish. Local guide Hannah had quite a bit to say. She did give it 2 stars out of 5. Let's see if it's any better than Trin. Can't tell if this is a restaurant or a gothic jail serving cheap food marked up as expensive. Got a man clearly using a substance cooking our food without gloves. High on some of that Mason City cocoa powder. Whatever, don't judge a book by its looks. I gave the food a chance. For $17, I got myself a bowl of some salmon with a heaping scoop of stale rice. No ginger? No seaweed? No avocado? Okay, fine, it's a salmon bowl. But why charge me an arm and a leg for this? I bet if they offered add-ons, the price of my bowl would have increased to $27. While waiting for our food, it got super smoky in the building. There's that smoke again making you stink. Presuming poor ventilation, the lady had to open the door and waft the smoke that had built up in the building. Totally not something a health inspector would notice or anything. Got chicken teriyaki for a few of my friends in hopes I prayed this would be their redemption. Maybe the teriyaki is the saving grace, the almighty savior. Instead, I was told the chicken was dry and chewy. Ah, whatever. I had lots of high hopes for this place, but really, I feel like it's a bit of a price gouging for very mid meals. Maybe it's just because of the location. 2 out of 5 for food, 2 out of 5 for service, 1 out of 5 for atmosphere. Thanks, Hannah. Thanks for being a local guide. That does sound like a very detailed experience, and I can understand a 2 out of 5 review for that. I don't want to sit in a very smoky building for mid-meals, and I understand, and I do like a good chicken teriyaki, but if it's very dry and chewy, I'm not a fan. Let's get out of this smoke-filled location and take our talents down to Florida. We arrive in Del Rey, Florida, named after Lana Del Rey. Not really, but we're actually at Deck 84, casual waterfront dining. Consistently ranked as one of the top TripAdvisor Travel's Choice restaurants and voted for numerous Boca Observer magazine Reader's Choice Awards over the years, you can take in the intercoastal views while enjoying American cuisine, unique sushi, and fresh seafood. Embrace the perks of outdoor dining in South Florida, savoring the views and the bites, including daily specials of local seafood like the grouper, snapper, wahoo, and cobia. I'm probably saying some of those wrong, and that's because I've only been to Florida twice in my life, and I don't even know what the ocean looks like. Yeah, I do, but I haven't been there often. Less about me and more about what people have to say about Deck 84. This time around, I found a couple of reviews when the owner actually responded to the reviewer, so we'll check out what the owner had to say after I read the reviews. Starting with Brooks. Food was raw, uncooked. Service took forever. Do not go here. The waiter even accused me of not paying for my meal when all I did is go back out to my car to get my wallet. Yeah, I'm sure that's all you had to do, Brooks. 1 out of 5 across the board, and a picture of a dog way too close to the camera. I don't trust this man, or woman, or person. I don't trust them. Brooks. I'm sure it's actually the dog who left the review. Now I'm certain of that. Next up is Eric. The appetizers were good, but I wouldn't get anything else. My son had the fish and chips and it smelled rotten. I had the crab cakes and they came out cold. I asked to heat them up and they did, but the guy I asked for cocktail sauce never came back. He just never came. Wow, that's something. So the crab cakes got cold for the second time. My other son got pineapple fried rice and it wasn't good either. So if you like good food, go somewhere else. This place isn't that. 1 out of 5 for food, 5 out of 5 for service, even though they said the service was bad, and 5 out of 5 for atmosphere. Well, that was a very weird review, Eric. And I don't know why you just let the crab cake sit there and get cold. I guess you really need a cocktail sauce, so maybe you should have ordered some crab cakes with your cocktail sauce and you have guaranteed yourself more cocktail sauce. Food for thought for next time. Or should I say cocktail sauce. Now the owner responds to Brooks. We take all reviews seriously and strive to provide excellent food and service to every guest. In this instance, our team encountered a situation where payment was not received after both people at the table got up. We believe that this review is retaliatory after being confronted for payment and does not describe legitimate feedback about your visit, and I have to agree with the owner there. So you went out to eat, neither one of you had a means to pay when you got inside at the table. You didn't realize you didn't have a wallet with you. It's very strange, Brooks. I don't trust Brooks, the dog. I'm assuming it's the dog. But I like this owner. That's a good response. 5 out of 5 from Jeff. And now the response to Eric from the owner. Hi Eric, we apologize for your disappointing experience. We regret the issues with your fish and chips, crab cakes, and pineapple fried rice during your visit. I understand a manager did remove your fish and chips from the bill. Did you bring the other items to their attention? Your feedback is important and we will address these concerns with our team to ensure improvements. If you have any further comments or would like to discuss this further, please reach out privately at blah 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 blah. So that's very nice of them to respond like that, and it's really annoying that they did comp the chips, efficient chips for him, and he didn't even mention that, because that's a big thing for service. Maybe that's why the service got a better review, but he didn't mention it in his review, and I would have given like a 3 out of 5 if I had that experience, but they comped me for it. So disappointing from Eric. Tisk tisk. And with that, we end this little bit of a road trip, and if you're still watching, please consider subscribing, like this video, and comment something down below you'd like to see me do. And I've been Jeff, and this is the internet, and I'm going to take a look at different parts of the internet, different times of day, all the time. I don't know what that means, but figure it out, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.